Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So today me and Connie are going on a camper van adventure. We've not done any YouTubing with the motorbikes or anything for quite some time, or indeed with the camper van. Life gets in the way, we've been too busy doing other things. However, last night I was sitting trying to decide what me and Connie were going to get up to at the weekend. We had opted to go metal detecting. We've not done that for quite a considerable length of time either, but that's been knocked on the head because as I was getting ready to settle down for the night, I get an out of the blue phone call from my brother, and he suggests that we go and investigate these old railway tunnels that he's found. Him and his partner have been there for a walk before, and he said, look, do you and Connie want to join us and we'll have a little look around. He says you'll need torches. So we have indeed charged up some torches and we're on our way to meet them just now. So stay with us and let's check out the hidden railway tunnels at Glenfarg. What? Well, seriously though, do you feel like you're going on an adventure?
Yeah.
Like 5 minutes ago you had no idea where we were going, you were just up for it anyway. We're like, okay, we'll go in the van, I'm in the van, seatbelts on, I'm like, what about breakfast? Right, so here we are, we finally made it in the van there guys, parked up in a wee car park across from some hotel, I think it's called the Bain Inn. I don't know how far we've got to go, but here we are parked up. That's my wee brother's car just in front here. We'll do the introductions here as well. This is Stu, this is my wee brother, and this is John, this is Stu's partner, and Connie you already know. So I don't go anywhere without Connie, she's my little sidekick, so let's get the walking shoes on and start trekking guys. Right guys, so this is us just at the entrance to the actual walk here, and it's across from a place called Bin, I think it's B-I-N-N, some company entrance. So across the road from there, you enter into the pathway, and you kind of miss it. There's a wee stream that you go over, a little walkway and that. But I think Stu's wanting to say a few things about this walk as well, so we'll hand you over to him for the time being.
Hey guys, so this is the ascent to the north tunnel, which is the larger of the two tunnels. We will be going to the south tunnel a little later on. There's a various different routes to go. There is the full walk, which is a bit excessive, it's about 8 miles long and got a very, very long hill if you go the wrong way. So we're going a wee bit of a shorter route this time. So like I say, this is the first ascent to the first viaduct, where you'll see the south tunnel as well, so we'll catch you there.
Right guys, so we've walked up the hill, a bit out of breath here. Bit out of practice with some exercise, I tell you that. But if you look down just behind me, that wee dark section there, my brother informs me that's the south tunnel, but we're not climbing down to that today. I think the plan is to go further on, so yeah, we'll probably do that on another occasion. I think the last time we was here, it wasn't quite so overgrown, it was a different time of year and it was a lot more visible, but I'll hand you over to Stuart just now.
So the south tunnel is a lot smaller than the first tunnel we're going to, the north tunnel. Dave's wrong, we will be going to the south tunnel today. We'll just be going a wee bit of a different route on the way back to make the route a wee bit shorter. So what we'll do is when we go through the south tunnel, we'll come back just to underneath where we are right now, because this is the first viaduct. And then, yeah, we'll video a bit more there. Get the full map from the hotel.
Right, so this is the bit that you go down guys. So we've just come along that path there, and there's a wee cut off, so you don't keep going along the path, you come in through this gate here. Well, not through the gate, round the side of it there, and then you go further on.
Hi guys, so this is the first track that leads right into the north tunnel. So it is quite long, a wee bit further than you think, so easily a quarter of a mile if not half a mile. So David, you just want to turn the camera around. It's a lot more overgrown today guys, because the time of year, and it's also really warm as well, so it might be advisable to bring some midge spray if you're down this way.
There it is, it's just appeared out of nowhere guys, unbelievable, but that's the entrance just there in front of us. And let me just turn the camera around here. So yeah, well, we're a wee bit unsure when my brother was telling us how far it was there, but At a guesstimate, I would say we've probably walked about half a mile to get to this point. So guys, you have to excuse the recording here because we don't have a gimbal. Right, at this point I would say we need to get the torches out. So it is showing up really well on the camera, but for the human eye it's actually pitch black here, guys. Right guys, so the torch I've got here, this little bad boy. This is a little a Timu torch, one of these cheap things that you see. And it's like a wee gadget tool, but I thought I'll give it a go here today. It's quite a bright thing. I'll try and, there we are. Whoa. That totally lights this up in here, perfect. So I'm actually worrying now that this torch is only going to last 5 minutes. I did give it a charge, but it's one of those ones, you know, you don't know until you try it out. Wow, it is quite drippy here. We're not even that far in yet.
That's where the workers used to stand when the trains were passing. No, we're not far in at all. I'm getting really dark soon.
Right, so we are in quite dark situation here, but so right along the tunnel here we've got these little cutouts like archway things, and I'll hand over to Stuart because he seems to know what they're all about.
Got a really bright torch in my face, but that's okay. So guys, if you notice these, we've got the wee archways at the sides. So back in the day when the railway tunnel was in use for all the steam trains and that going through, I believe it went to Edinburgh. This is where the railway walkers would stand in just so they don't get hit by the trains. So there's a lot of these dotted about. One thing worth noticing is all around the tunnels you do have these little poles and things sticking out. And there's some metal ones where the lanterns and that used to be, but also some of the electrics in the later days. We'll have past one of the electric things later, but once you spot another one, earlier rather, we'll get that video just so you can see that too. Nice bit of history.
Right, so we've just exited that tunnel there, guys. That was a nice wee walk in there. And my torch lasted the test of time. But when we turn back, we'll have to go back through there, so let's hope we've still got enough charge in it for that section. So we're just going to carry on along the path here. There's everybody just trooping on in front of me, so I'll go and catch them up and we'll see what else we can see. Guys, we've just popped out of the path here and the actual view is amazing. We've got deer in the fields down the bottom and everything. I don't know if they'll show up here. But yeah, this view is something else. It really is. Look at that, guys. Unbelievable. And you know, it's turned into such a nice day here as well. Stunning view though.
It's quite big. I don't know.
Kind of regretting not bringing the long lens camera.
Yeah, my camera only zooms in so much.
So we've just identified what we reckon was an old sort of railway hut. Oh. I don't know what the hut would have been used for, but the railway runs right along that top bit that we've just come down from. So we're walking down this path now here. So Connie's the way to go up and investigate this hut here. Right, so this is us at the bottom here. The viaduct.
Bit of drop as well. Oh, getting hit by conkers.
This looks like an old abandoned cottage here, guys, as well.
It makes for a really cool photo. No, it's far too dangerous. It's not good though.
Right, this here now, guys, is an abandoned farm, believe it or not. I don't know when it was abandoned. It might be quite nice to look into the history of this, but it's some size of a place, that's for sure. So yeah, this tells you that these tracks would have been actually used by tractors and stuff as well. That's why they're probably still quite established. I'll see what I can see through here.
We don't know what this. Yeah, there's an interesting bit. You have to be careful with that.
A lot of jaggy nettles is here, watch yourself, guys.
There's big jaggies here, guys. Okay.
So this looks like a tractor barn.
So, well, we've seen it. I don't know if you want to have a look again, John, right? But it's well worth getting the video in that barn.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's stuff in here.
You want to go and look through? You stretch up your feet.
Wow. Oh. So it's quite interesting, guys, this bit anyway. See another roof down there. Don't know what that is. You know, I've just had pointed out to me as well that just across the road from that farm here is what is left of the farmhouse. But it's so overgrown, you can actually hardly see it. Right, so we're back at the spot where we saw the deer earlier today. We're just heading back to that big tunnel to walk back through. And then I believe we're going to the south tunnel after that. So we've stopped just now, me drink a juice, some crisps. Back in the tunnel here, guys, we've just come in. As you can see, there's the entrance there. I never noticed this on the way through the last time, but you know, it just annoys me when people just leave their rubbish sitting. A Costa cup, for goodness sakes. It's probably been harder to get the Costa cup here in the first place than it would have been to just take it and put it in the bin. Yeah, because there's no way somebody's been drinking out of that all the way here. It just doesn't make sense. Where would be the nearest Costa, guys? Perth?
Possibly.
Yeah,
We've got remnants of a spray can as well. Obviously that's people doing graffiti on the walls here. Right, I'm just going to turn the camera off just now, guys, because it is far too dark anyway.
Hey guys, this is back to the hill leading down to the north tunnel. And if you look down this pathway here, just next to the hill that we came down, there's another wee shortcut down to the south tunnel. Now, if you are coming this way, definitely bring better footwear because it gets really muddy down at the south tunnel. Old trainers, I know, but you know what, I don't care about these ones, so I'm alright. So, we'll just walk on and we'll catch you at the start of the south tunnel. I love the way your dad brought us right through the middle of the fucking marsh.
Well, I've got hiking boots on, guys. Love how Stu's giving everybody advice about footwear and they're all wearing trainers.
So, after going through a bit of mud, this is us now at the south tunnel. So the south tunnel is a lot shorter, and so basically once you go into this one, you can see the light at the end, which is a wee bit different to the north one. But again, it's very interesting to see, so we'll just journey on. This where, isn't this where you see the little cool walk in one of the doorways?
Yeah, I thought that was
So this is the one that does have a bath.
Guys, we're just coming up to the end of this tunnel here, right? And I had been told by my brother that there was a car in here, but I did not expect to see such a wreck as this. Now he's asked me to identify this car, And you know, the weird thing is, I actually feel like I can. So if you look at the door here, you've got the centrally positioned door lock. And if you look at the actual roof shape and how that back window comes round, you can see that this is actually, look at the tailgate there as well. This is actually a Ford Escort. Now whether it's an XR3i or what, I have no idea. But you can see the drum brakes as well. The typical Ford Escort kind of scuttle there. Now if anybody in the comments wants to correct me, if anybody has any better ideas, but to me this is definitely a Ford Escort here.
That's mental.
We have got a little bit of a gold colour there. The one spot that's not got rust. You can also see in the shape of the wing where the indicator is. There's also, along the bottom of the window, you can see what's left of a chrome section, so that would suggest to me that this is a gear. And it's got the back doors, so it's definitely not an XR3i. Looks like an Escort gear to me, guys. So there's the entrance or the exit as we've come out that way there. You can see the hill all above it. With regards to the car in the back there, I know I was convinced it was an Escort, but on further research and having a look again and a wee bit online, I find it to be an old Astra. I'm going to pop a picture in here and let you see what I think that car was. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you disagree, but I reckon that was definitely an Astra, guys.
Hold on the more.
Right, so apparently this is a shortcut. Looks very, very steep, and to let you understand how dangerous it is, it kind of drops off the edge there. Well guys, I'm back to the bus, as you can see. So Stuart's wanted to just tell you a little bit about the car parking here.
Hey guys, so as you'll see that sign in the background there, all you need to do when you get here is go across to the hotel, just across the road. Obviously I don't need to tell you to cross carefully because there's a busy road. And you'll pay £5 for the privilege of parking here. Now, a lot of people do think that's a bit steep, but they will give you money off a cup of tea and maybe some refreshments when you get back as well. So just pop into reception, pay your £5, let them know what vehicle's yours, and you should be fine.
And at that point, guys, we'll just end this video here. I'd like to thank you all for watching. Please hit the like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.
Hi guys, so that's us back to the first hill coming down from the gate to the North Tower. That's us back to the... No!
Right. Wait. Okay. This is going in a bloopers reel.
Looking right.
There you go.
Hey guys, that's us back to the hill, down to the North Tower path. You're making me laugh.